Section 30 of 1000 Things Worth Knowing. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Recording by Adele Pooley. 1000 Things Worth Knowing by Nathaniel C. Fowler, Jr. Mortality. About 15 people out of every 1,000 of the population of the United States die during each year. The percentage of male deaths is somewhat larger than that of female, due to accidents. The annual death rate per 1,000 is 13.7 in Los Angeles, 15 in San Francisco, 17 in Denver, 19 in Washington, D.C., 14.6 in Chicago, 14.3 in Indianapolis, 15.5 in Louisville, 20.2 in New Orleans, 18.7 in Baltimore, 16.8 in Boston, 14 in Detroit, 10.7 in Minneapolis, 11.4 in St. Paul, 14.4 in Kansas City, 15.8 in St. Louis, 14.7 in Omaha, 16 in New York, 16.5 in Cincinnati, 12.9 in Cleveland, 16.4 in Philadelphia, 15.8 in Pittsburgh, 20.1 in Memphis. Mortgages. A mortgage is a bill of sale from the owner of property to another competent to hold property. The one giving the mortgage is called the mortgagee, and the one to whom it is made is known as a mortgager. A mortgage differs from a bill of sale in that the mortgager cannot obtain ownership of the property mortgaged unless the amount involved is not paid him at the expiration of the mortgage or the interest is not met. All mortgages must be registered. Mortgaged property cannot be moved, altered, or changed without the consent of the mortgager. The property, unless it is land, should be insured, and the insurance policy made payable to the mortgager in case of loss by fire, but the mortgager can collect only that part of the insurance money which represents the amount of the mortgage. Should the mortgagee fail to pay interest at the period stated in the mortgage, or should he be unable or refuse to liquidate the mortgage at its expiration, the mortgager cannot seize the property except by act of law. It must be advertised and sold at auction. If the mortgaged property brings a price lower than the face of the mortgage, the mortgager loses the difference and has to bear the expense of foreclosure. If more than the face of the mortgage is realized, the mortgagee is entitled to what is received, less the face of the mortgage and the expenses of foreclosure. Natural gas. A gas generated underground and due to chemical action beneath the Earth's surface. It is found in various parts of the world and is used for fuel and illuminating, largely for the former. Naturalization. Any foreigner or alien, except those of the Mongolian or brown race, may become a citizen of the United States and be entitled to every privilege granted to natural-born citizens, except that he cannot become President or Vice President of the United States. An alien cannot make application for naturalization or citizenship until he is 18 years of age, and he cannot apply for his second or final paper of naturalization until he has lived in the United States for at least 5 years. And he must make his declaration of intention 2 or more years before he applies for his second or final paper. The applicant must be a resident of the state in which he makes petition for naturalization not less than 1 year, and have lived at least 4 years additional in the same state or in some other state. He must make application to the United States District Court in the state in which he lives. The cost of becoming naturalized is less than $5. A married woman does not have to be naturalized if her husband has become a citizen of the United States, and the children of the naturalized parents become citizens at 21 years of age without taking out naturalization papers. Full particulars regarding the process of naturalization are very plainly and explicitly stated in a book entitled How to Obtain Citizenship by Nathaniel C. Fowler, Jr. End of section 30.